Guys, so welcome to my very first sit down chit chat type of video. Today I am drinking my immune juice that I made. It's got ginger shots, it's got orange, it's got lemon, and it's also got turmeric and black pepper. So this is what I'm drinking. So you guys grab your drink because we're just gonna have a girly catch up. You know, we're just gonna talk about things. We're gonna talk about our relationship. We're gonna talk about our friendship. And we're gonna just talk about friendships in general, okay? If you wanna be doing your makeup right now and we're just having a catch up, that's fine. If you wanna be cleaning the house, like I'm here, don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. But we're just gonna chill. We're just gonna chill and we're gonna relax, okay? So let's get into it. So a little bit of a backstory with friendships. Like, I feel like growing up, I didn't really have friends like that. I grew up where my siblings were my friends because we're all so close in age that we all just pretty much grew up together, played together, hung out together outside school, and you know, all that jazz. And so I feel like growing up, I didn't necessarily, and maybe the environment that I also grew up where my parents encouraged us that, you know, we'll have each other for the rest of our lives, like these are your friends, you know? And I always feel like they used that as a way to not make you go outside. So for example, you know how there is this running joke of like, you know, if you've been outside once that week, you can't be going outside on another day, like the next day. Like you have to pick your days and you have to pick the friends that you're going out with. And I just feel like with that sort of, you know, environment as I'm growing up, like friends as from my own parents were just not prioritized. And so I grew up in an environment where friends are just generally not that important. I feel like when I really started understanding friendships and sisterhoods was really when I got to college. Previous to that, I was the only black girl in my year in my secondary school. And so when I went to college, I actually started making friends with other black girls. That was the very first time that I really got to experience, you know, sisterhood and friendships and people that understood you and liked you for you, but also understood me as a black woman. And so, well, as a black girl then. Anyway, I say this to give you guys a bit of a background to kind of also let you know that you're not alone in this journey of friendship and sisterhood, especially if it's completely new to you or if it's something that you really truly desire, but you just can't. You're not quite there yet. I am 29 now, and I would say, yeah, like my true friendships really started to come through like at maybe 27, 28. And the reason because of that is because I do feel like as I've grown up, I've also learned a lot. And I've learned a lot when it comes down to friendships. Coming from someone that didn't understand sisterhood and friendships and, you know, needing friends, I'm very okay by myself. I will say that a lot of the changes that I had to make in order for me to have these long-lasting friendships that I've actually developed over the past, you know, a year and 2 years, I do feel like it was a lot to do with me extending myself and actually pushing myself outside my comfort zone. You know that sound where Rachel Green from Friends is like, you know, I got my girls, that one. You know, I think when society has brought us up into believing in this girl groups, having a big large group of girl friends, and you know, you guys go on holidays together, you go out together. To be honest with you, I feel like it started from like school. It started from secondary school. And to be honest with you, like I feel like, you know, we all knew that like popular group of girls and boys and they all used to date each other and whatnot. But there were these big group of people that used to all just kind of go out together. And I feel like with society and like movies and Disney Channel, that was the thing, that was like the big group of friends. That is the thing, that is a flex. Do you know what I mean? Like you got your mandem, you got your girls. Like if you were to say I got my girls, yeah, like it sounds like raw, like you got solid people around you, like you are an it girl, like whatever. And I feel like that carried us into adulthood. And then where, for example, if you had that experience growing up and then you go into adulthood and you don't have the same experience, and you don't have a large group of people around you, and you know, you're not in this it group anymore, you now start to feel like I got no friends, even though you may have like really, really and truly like one good friend. And then you say, I don't have friends. Can you imagine? Like, can you actually imagine if if you have this mentality that you need this big group of people to call your friends or to call them your people, to feel like you got people even though you have people already, like you got friends, may just be like 3 or 1, and then you just, I don't have friends. If I was that friend, I would feel so somehow like, raw, you don't got friends? and in case you don't have friends, like you legit don't have friends, I'm gonna tell you how we're gonna level up on that, how we're gonna get you some friends. This big group energy thing, pressure, Disney Channel giving us these expectations of this like friendship groups. You don't need a big group to have friends. Your friend could just be one person, and that's your tribe. Who said that community has to be 10, 15 people? Your tribe could be, you could be a tribe of 3. You could be a tribe of 2. And that's it. And you are content with that. I just feel like everyone feels lonely and feels like that they don't have friends and forget about the people that are around them, which is super insulting, by the way. Some of you are bringing these energies into your adulthood, which is causing you to be discontent in life, discontent in your relationships, because you've just got these weird expectations on them. Our friendships are not there to stroke our egos or make ourselves feel better. Let's get that straight. Friendships are not there to make yourself feel more important. They're not there to validate your existence. If you had 0 friends, you still exist. You're still somebody. You're still amazing. You're still funny. You're still incredible. You're still a great friend. I just feel like sometimes not having friends is also a good thing. I don't want you to look at this. I understand if you're feeling lonely and I feel like there's nobody there for you. I think that's a different thing. But if you just want friends, just to have friends, just to say you have friends, why? For what? Friends add so much joy and depth into our lives, but they're not there to validate your existence or to give you a purpose. Your worth and your purpose is not dependent on the approval of others or the presence of others. You've been that girl since. If nobody's around, you're still that girl. When you can appreciate your own existence and knowing yourself more, you're able to have fulfilling relationships. You're actually able to give something in relationships. If I have 10 people backing me and supporting me, now why would I want to have surface level friendships with 15 different other people when I can have deep connections and feel validated and feel seen by that one person? Please, let's be real. Let's be serious. You cannot maintain deep connections with 15 other people. Some of you guys are treating your friends like fans. Listen, some of you guys are treating your friends like fans. I'm just gonna let that one sit. I'm just gonna let that one sit. Because I'm genuinely curious how you are doing, how you are trying to show you love, trying to be there for you. You're taking this as fan behavior. Oh no, baby, you don't know unconditional love. You don't know how to receive the love, so you think it's weird. Because real friendships and deep friendships, these are people that are going to care about your heart. They're going to care about your soul. If you're not ready for that, if you're really just trying to go out with the girls, trying to go out with someone that's That's cute. You're trying to just, you know, have dinners, trying to do the Insta babe lifestyle with your friend. Like, and that's all you really trying to do. Cool. You don't need to even be doing the self-love thing. Just do what you need to do. In the Bible, it talks about a righteous man is cautious in friendships. So this is in Proverbs 12:26. Yo, when I read that verse, I said, my eyes started doing a little suspecting. Are you my friend? Are you my friend? Girl, I had to figure out very quickly who my friends were and who my acquaintances were. We're throwing around the word friend. My friend, my friend, my friend, my friend. Way too much. And personally, I feel like we're not being selective enough with our friendships. And when you do become selective in your friendships, you are less likely to end up in situations or the drama, because you're not just letting everybody in your space. Not everybody has access to you. And I say this to say, if you don't have friends, again, I'm here to just encourage you. It's okay. If you haven't found your tribe yet, it's okay. Be selective. It's not everybody that needs to be your friend. And it's not everybody that's going to be your friend. All my friends, all 5 of them, it's not, you know, the 6 of us, a big group, we hang out, we'll go to trips. No, they know each other. But this one is from here, 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 this one's from here. Like, they're not all together. Actually, 3 of them are. But the others no. Funny thing is, if I were to bring them all together into a quote unquote group setting, they would all get on. And they would all get on not because of me. Like, they wouldn't be just like getting along just because, you know, they're my friend, or try to make, you know, make it work, or try to make it gel, or blah, blah, blah. No, they would actually genuinely get on. And the reason they would genuinely get on is because they're quite similar. They're similar in values, not similar in appearance. Hey, not similar in appearance. Some are into, we're all in different industries. We're not doing the same thing at all. But we're very alike in values. And when I say values, I mean the things that we care about, the things that we prioritize, the things that we look for in friendships, the things that we expect in friendships, very similar. The way that we talk to people, the way that we are welcoming to people, the vibes that we give, the friendliness, the kindness. If I were to bring them in a group together, they would 100% get on. To a point where I wouldn't even care. One of my friends called me and she was like, you know, she is helping out one of my other friends. And I was like, that's so nice. And, you know, she was like, I just thought you should know. And I'm like, girl. I'm not that kind of friend. I don't care. I don't care if my friends hang out. In fact, oh my goodness, that's a blessing to me, because it means that they are able to have a relationship together and hang out together. Even if I didn't know about it, guys, I generally don't care. It might be naive. It might be, you know, because, you know, people get really weird about like their friends hanging out without them. I don't care. In fact, I generally find that so, because I guess I know my friends. You don't know your friend. That's why you're nervous, because you don't know your friends. We're not defined by our community. Sometimes it's just a season. Sometimes you may not have friends right now because it's just your season. And if you're in that season, I would highly advise you to just get to know yourself a little bit more what you like, what you don't like, and all that kind of stuff. And if you've already done that, then let's get to the next stage. I feel like the first step that you need to do is to write down what you want in a friendship. I'll be completely honest, because I feel like friendships are very different at different stages in your life. I would say like write down in specifically like what you're looking for, because I just feel like in the same way that we would deal with romantic relationships and pursuing romantic relationships, I would go about friendships the same way, meaning that I would have my list of what I'm looking for. What do I expect from this relationship? Do I expect them to call me every single day? And make it clear, bro, like I feel like we should be doing friendships like relationships and going on dates. And when you go for that coffee date, you are very clear, like I'm the kind of friend that X, I'm the kind of friend that expects X. If you are a low maintenance friend and you're going out to make friends with someone who's a high maintenance friend, you are gonna struggle. Where you, like me, who's a low maintenance friend, can be by yourself for months and months without saying a word, and you can still be like, that's my friend. But if you know that you're a high maintenance friend, meaning that you need to be spoken to at least once a week or once a month, I don't know, once a day, don't be ashamed, own it, like know yourself. The thing is about all of this is you've got to know yourself and be okay with it and be proud of it. Like if you need a daily call, I'm not your friend. I'm not the kind of friend that you need. But that's okay, because you're gonna meet a friend that wants that. But you gotta be specific. Don't be making friends with people that are low maintenance if you're high maintenance. And if you're low maintenance, don't be making friends with people that are high maintenance. Okay? Are we clear? All right, moving on. How often you want to see them? All of these things. Ask your question like, okay, if I was to go through this myself and answer some of these questions. So here's are the questions. What do I expect from this relationship? How do I want my friends to show up for me when I need them to? Like, I'm going through it. Like, how do I want them to show up for me? How often do I want to see them? Is it every day? Every week? Every month? Every 6 months? Make it clear. What traits do I want them to have? Is that kindness? You want them to be kind? Is it that you want them to be, I don't know, gentle? What shared values do you guys share? Whether that's church, religion, whatever it may be, like what values do you want to both share? Because those are the things that you guys are going to be rooted on. That's going to be your foundation in your friendship. And so if your foundation in your friendship is talking bad about other people, that's your foundation. So don't be mad if they're now going around talking about you, because that was the foundation of your friendship in the first place. Do you get it? What do I want to get out of this friendship? I mean, listen, at the end of the day, we're people, we're human beings. Like, why would I want to pursue this friendship? Be honest with yourself. Why am I pursuing this friendship? Am I pursuing this friendship because I want to have more girlfriends in London? Am I pursuing this friendship because I'm moving into a new area? Am I pursuing this friendship because I want more Christian friends? Like, just be very clear as to why you're pursuing this friendship. And if your friendship is actually networking, let it also be clear. Let it be clear. If you guys are just friends because you are both doing the same thing and you're working towards the same goal in a corporate space, let that be clear. Don't let that now, if it goes into other areas of your life, then, you know, great, and it goes well, then great. But don't be surprised when the other person doesn't want the relationship to go beyond that. If you started your relationship in a, you know, mutually beneficial way, like business wise, and then you now start feeling like, oh, that's my friend, you know, like that's my friend. And the next thing you know, they're not talking about you in the same way. It's because you guys didn't start off on the same foot. You now expected the friendship to go beyond than what you initially started off with. It can happen, but also at the same time, then there needs to be a communication thing. Like, like, oh, you know what? Like, I actually regard you as my friend, like my friend, you know? I feel like when you're going, and I think the thing is how you're going to go out there and you're going to find the friends is do the things that you enjoy. Whether it's going to be, if you like content creation, go to content creation events. Go in and meet and mingle with other creators. If you want more creator friends, because if that's your interest, that's what your friends are going to be interested in with as well. you know? But even then, make it very clear, like, I'm trying to find a friend who also likes content creation. I'm not trying to find a partner in content creation that could also be my friend. Like, make it very clear what your priorities are. So go out there, whether it's horse riding, whether it's lifting, whether it's running, whether it's whatever your interests are at this time, make it very clear. I want to tell you guys a little bit of a story about the time that I signed up for Bumble for friends. It's a real thing. Bumble BFF is a real thing. I would highly recommend joining. I think it's a great platform to meet new people, especially if you don't know anyone in a new area. I love it. So when I first joined and I was going through, the kind of people that I want to hang out with and all that kind of stuff, one thing that I ended up having to delete the app because, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. When people started doing, oh, let's meet up, let's go for drinks, let's go do this, let's go do that, I was like, baby, I'm broke. Friendships don't have to be expensive. I was looking for enjoyment friends that I didn't need and I couldn't afford. It's the same thing with dating. If you cannot afford to date a high maintenance babe, also don't be friends with a high maintenance babe if you can't afford it. So the thing is, if I was to go on this app again, going back to like what you're looking for, I'd be very clear. I'd be like, hey, look, listen, this is where I'm at. I'm really looking for us to be doing 3 things. I want us to go to museums, go on walks, chat, go to a cafe, things that don't require me spending £100 plus on a night out. Make it very clear, and on those apps, to be honest, on those apps as well, the girls are very clear. They said, I really just want a girl to go out with. And that's okay, who like the same music as them, and that's okay. But if you're not on that wave, don't befriend people that you know that you won't be able to maintain the friendship, or it will just be hard for you. Or you're not able to be your authentic self. I'm not a going out person all the time. I actually am a homebody. And so that means my friends actually have to be homebodies too. Which is kind of tough, actually. It's just really tough. It's really, really tough because it means nobody's going outside. My friends do completely different things to me. However, at the core, we're all very alike. Meaning we all like being at home. Which means that when we hang out, we're hanging out in somebody's home. We're chilling. We're talking. We're making food. We're eating food at home. It's nice. I also feel like this was such a grateful moment for me because a couple of years ago, I didn't have the tribe I really desired and wanted. But what I will say is I worked really hard on the self-work bit, which is really trying because I try a lot. Like now that I live in Kent, I have to try extremely hard to maintain my relationships because all my friends are in London. And so if I wanted to be my natural self, you won't see me for months. But every single month I've seen my friends. I've tried. Like there's a lot of work that is required in maintaining friendships. As an adult, you have to be willing to make the effort. Don't put your efforts or people that don't get you or understand you or you feel seen around. The goal for us is to make these forever friendships, not people that you hang out with on a Saturday night, people that you go out to parties with, blah, blah, blah. No, man, like that's boring. That's stuff that you do when you're like 16, 17, early 20s. Now we're grown. Now we're looking at friendships that are going to be with you through marriage. We're looking for friendships that are going to be around your children. These are your friends, the kind of people that you'd leave your kids with. That's why I wouldn't rush it. Like if you don't have friends, don't rush it. Like I gave you this tips, but if it's going to take you a year, let it take you a year, man. It's okay. And whilst you are going through it, just know that it's not just you. A lot of people are feeling like this. Take time and invest. Even if you just invest in one friendship, let it be that you're investing in that one friendship for the whole year, because I think it's completely worth it. I don't have the energy as an adult to invest and fully invest in 10 billion people. I only have the energy to fully invest in like 4 or 5, and that's okay. At the end of the day, if you want to explore and do more things and see more things and just generally put yourself out there, I would 100% recommend it. Put yourself out there when you're at events, when you are at parties, introduce yourself, get to talking. If somebody's not your vibe, that's okay. That's actually okay. You don't have to, not everybody's for you, baby. Not everyone is for you. Not everyone deserves your energy. Not everyone deserves your heart. Not everybody deserves to see your soul. You don't need to just, no. But like, I get it. Like, that's what we've seen. That's what we've seen growing up. That's what society tells us. Like, if you don't have friends, are you a loser? No. You just know yourself. You just have I just feel like people that don't be having a lot of friends just know themselves personally. They don't have too many people around them. Because if you think about it, like, not, bruh, like, if you be having like 10 people in a group of friends, the likelihood of every single person liking each other is very slim. And so why would you put yourself in those positions? This was really fun, guys. I really enjoyed talking to you. As you're going through this journey, just do a little bit of a heart check and just check yourself and see, why is it that I desire to have friends? Ask yourself this really deep question, because I think it will tell you a lot about yourself as well. Because if you're wanting to have more friends because of ego, if you're wanting to have more friends because you want to seem more important, if you want to have more friends because, you know, you're lonely or don't know how to be by yourself without the presence of other people around you, then you gotta work on that. But also on another point, on the other side of things, where I had to learn, right, which was, do I not want to have friends because it makes me vulnerable? Do I not want to have people around me because it exposes me? Do I not want to have people around me because I have to accept opinions and thoughts and whatnot from other people that I don't really want? On both sides, those are both extremes, right? Like, where you're just like, I don't have friends, I don't care, I don't want anybody in my life, bad gal, I'm okay by myself, and then there's the other side, where it's like, I need people around me, you know, I should have people, I need a squad, you know, gang goals, Those are just two extremes. You just need to be very balanced. Be where you are okay with being alone, where you are vulnerable and allowing yourself to be vulnerable and be able to accept unconditional love from friendships. Just be balanced, be in the middle. Try to be in the middle. And that's what I'm doing. It's a journey for me because I'm on the other side of independent woman. I'm learning to be a little bit more balanced and opening myself up to other people. And that's how to be honest with you, that's how I found my tribe. I allowed myself to be vulnerable. And so I encourage you to be vulnerable with yourself, be honest with yourself, and then just put yourself out there. Anyway, guys, it was so fun hanging out. I had so much fun with you guys. Please let me know if you really enjoyed this conversation. Let me know in the comments down below. How's your friendship journey going? Have you found your tribe? How did you find your tribe? Because I think it'll be helpful for other people out there. Now, I'll catch you guys in my next video. I'm going to be trying to put out these like sit down conversations on Thursdays, and then my vlogs. Listen, nothing is happening in my life. I am in my resting period. And so therefore I don't really be having a lot going on to be doing a weekly vlog. But once they are up, again, I'll let you guys know. But anyways, I'll catch you guys later. It was so fun hanging out with you. I can't wait for our next girly chat. Let me know down below if you'd want me to talk about anything else. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Love you lots. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye.